never gonna let we can falter in the battle. We're tried and true. Indiana, Indiana, we're all for you.
Welcome, everybody, to the season opening edition of the Indiana Basketball Show. I'm your co-host, Mike Goodpaster, along with Steve Risley. Of course, everybody knows Steve. He's an absolute legend. Aren't you, Steve?
In my own mind, I am.
There you go. All right, so we have our first game of the season. It will be against Alabama A&M tomorrow night on the Big Ten Network, 8 o'clock. And it will be at Assembly Hall. And I'm not calling it Simon Scott Assembly Hall because it's not what it was. Well, I guess I just did. But Indiana versus Alabama A&M, Steve, are you pumped up about the start of the season?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm always pumped up about the start of a season. I mean, it's interesting. It's not only is it a new season, it's a new era in IU basketball. I mean, we got a new coach, a new mentality, a new way to build a basketball team. You just kind of buy your basketball team like you can buy World Series. And I don't think the Dodgers bought the World Series, but
No,
yeah. Other than that, I think it's great to watch these kids come together. Watch a new coach come in and bring his culture into the IU basketball program, and yeah, I'm pumped as can be.
Well, I think this, when you look at this, I think the two biggest questions headed in, not to just this game, but this season, is will this team be able to rebound enough would be question number one. Question number two will be what will IU's depth and rotation look like when the injuries clear up? And it looks like Nick Dorn will be back to play. He's from Elon. He missed the end of last season with a Jones fracture in his foot that ended up having to be reoperated on. But it looks like he's going to be able to play tomorrow night. But, Steve, when Indiana assembled its roster for the coming season, the group's lack of size stood out quickly. There's no 7-footer here. The last time there wasn't a 7-footer was a few years ago, but you had Trace Jackson Davis, who was a great rebounder. Reed Bailey looks like the guy to be a rebounder here. He averaged 4.9 at Davidson. He's not going to be Jackson Davis. And Indiana's rebounding weakness stood out during its exhibition game against Baylor. The Bears out-rebounded the Hoosiers 44-25. And when you look at that, how big of an issue, or is it less of an issue than it would have been years ago with the rebounding and not having a 7-footer, Steve?
Well, let me address a couple of things you said. I agree with you 100% in that the two key questions right now on this basketball team are, well, I think there's three. One is, what's the culture going to look like? And how's the culture going to be followed and bought into by every member of the team? That's critical. You can say you have a culture, but if the players don't buy into it, you don't have a culture. So that's primary right now. Let's see. Rebounding, definitely is the most important thing we picked up from the Baylor game, in my opinion. So and depth coming back with Dorn coming back, we don't know. But in terms of not having a 7-footer, and I know Indiana tried to get a 7-footer in the portal process, but just none of them were willing to commit to Indiana at this point in time.
We got the foreigner.
Well,
we can't say his
unproven
name.
players.
I don't think he's
but we were looking for a
all.
proven player that could, step on a court and either be developed by our coaching staff or bring some skill sets. We don't know what we have in that capacity. But that being said, a team that is fundamentally sound can play basketball without a 7-footer against teams that have 7-footers. We never at Indiana, when I was there, had a player over 6'9".
Robert Stewart says, yo from Vero.
Yo, hello, Stewart. So to me, the question is rebounding and the fundamentally soundness of this basketball team at this point in time. Now, do I expect it to be where it will be in March? Absolutely not. But I want to see things. I want to see improvement on the rebounding thing. Then I know that the Rise has got this team working on fundamentals, which is all they should be focused on right now. Every penny, every minute of every practice should be focused on fundamentally sound basketball drills and tips and plays. There's all kinds of times for fancy play and crap like that down the road, but get your fundamentals instilled in this basketball team right now. Fundamentals will build your culture. Culture builds your beliefs that you can win. Winning breeds tournaments. Tournaments mean championship rings and banners.
Not if you're Purdue.
I'm not going to beat up on people anymore.
All right, game one. The Indiana Hoosiers will face the vaunted Alabama A&M. What's their nickname, Steve?
I have no idea.
I thought you knew.
No, that's Blue Mountain. I know the Toppers,
Come
the
on.
team that Alabama beat. And there was
You
a
were bragging
phony
to
TV
me.
show called
You
Blue
were bragging
Mountain
to me
State.
that you knew, and it was like Blue Mountain State.
Oh yeah,
And
it
then-
was kind of a raunchy high school or college football show that somebody told me Denise Richards was in it. That tells you all you need to
Yeah,
know.
she was in it, I think.
I
But-
never saw it.
All right, so they will battle Alabama A&M.
I was too busy watching The Diplomat. Have you seen The Diplomat?
No, I
What a
haven't.
great TV show that is.
It sounds horrible.
It's fantastic.
It sounds horrible.
Political thriller. Go ahead. Go back to the football, basketball.
I've got enough of politics when I
Let's
just.
talk. Dick Cheney died today. Come on, give him a break.
That's a good thing, too. It's a good thing.
Oh, Dick Cheney
died.
was Dick Cheney's like, you ever see the movie A Few Good Men?
Oh, was he the guy that acted like there was weapons of mass destruction so he could go kill
He's the
millions
guy
of
you
innocent
want
people?
on the wall. You need him. You want him there.
No, you don't. He's a liar who got us into a war that never should have happened. But we're not talking politics and losers.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about Alabama A&M,
All
which
right,
they were losers last year.
What's
But
his nickname?
they've got a head coach. You just told everybody. They've got a head coach, Dante Jackson, who will have a guard-heavy squad with an emphasis. They're not going to be huge up front.
Well,
This is
here's
a good matchup for Indiana.
here's what's interesting about they are guard heavy. I'm sorry, I got to get stuff in because you're too smart. If I don't say it now, I don't get.
Well, they're going to play with 3 guards and 2 forwards. I would
Well,
call
no.
that
What was
guard
interesting
heavy.
was one of their guards is 6'3" and the other guard is 6'8". Their 2 leading scorers against Blue Mountain State. Their one guard was 6'3", the kid that came in off the bench, and their leading scorer, the guard, played guard, and he was 6'8". That presents a little bit of a different issue to a team that may
No,
not
it doesn't.
be ready.
Their best player is Contavious Dozier, who's 6'1".
But he's not their leading scorer in the first game. I go
They
by who's
played an NAIA team in the first game that they beat by just 20 points, Steve.
okay. I'm just going with. I'm trying to make
Dante
crap up
Jackson.
because you know what? It doesn't matter. Blue Mountain State is no outlier of what we can expect. I don't think
They're
Alabama
playing
A&M
Alabama
is
A&M.
going to give Indiana. I think Indiana's ability to play to their own potential is going to be the biggest opponent they will face Wednesday night, not Alabama A&M. So all that crap you wrote on The Grueling Truth, that wonderful, eloquent breakdown of the game, it's BS.
So Robert Schwartz says, so can small ball be successful in the Big Ten? Yes, it can. It's successful in a lot of places. You win with guards, right, Steve?
If you're fundamentally sound, it doesn't matter. There is
if
no
you can
small
shoot
ball.
free throws, you don't turn the ball over. I mean,
Hit
rebounding a lot
40%
of times.
3-pointers.
Rebounding is more about being able to block out and how bad you want the ball.
I would hope that somebody comes in after the game and says, we spent all week doing blockout drills. If they didn't do that, then shame on Coach DeVries.
I will guarantee you that they did. Now, Dante Jackson is the new head coach here at Alabama A&M. He led Grambling State to a Southwest Athletic Conference tournament title and NCAA appearance just 2 years ago. Last year, Alabama A&M was bad. This year,
Grambling put him out of the tournament, dumped him last year.
Okay. All right, Steve.
You don't know that? Do I know something you don't know?
Steve, let's focus, Steve. Focus. All right, now, the Bulldogs roster, because they're called the Bulldogs. I don't know where the hell your Mountain State Hilltopper thing came from. But the Bulldogs roster features a mix of experienced transfers and returning players. This team has significant depth at the guard position. They'll start 3 guards. But most players listed at 6'3" or taller, so they're not a small team. Now, they do have Dozier, who's supposed to be one of their, if not best players. So this is going to be a team that's going to jack it up from 3. They're going to try to push the tempo and make this a fast game, I think. You've got their best players. You've got Dozier, a senior guard who previously played at Grambling State, is expected to be a primary contributor. You've got P.J. Eason, 6'9" forward with size and experience, also came from Grambling State. I hope this ain't a Kurt Signetti thing here. Karan Davis, a 6'7" guard, offers good size for a guard. He can impact the game from the perimeter. He's a very good shooter. Samuel Onu provides significant interior presence at 6'11". He could be an issue here. Peyton Daniels is a 6'3" guard with previous experience at Jacksonville State. Now, when we look at this, I think tempo is going to be big here, Steve, because the question is Indiana go ahead and try to play fast because that's what they do, or do they want to slow it down? Because I think Indiana, even though Alabama A&M's not a small team, I think that Alabama A&M just wants to play one way, which is to get up and down the court and shoot the ball. Does Indiana want to get in that game with them? Because that seems like it would be Indiana's game also. Or will Indiana want to slow the game a little bit down and kind of attack on the inside?
Love your breakdown, Mike, but I'm telling you what, if I believe everything you said, you're telling me that Indiana is going to have to fight like hell to control tempo of this basketball game.
Oh, I think
what Indiana does is Indiana
goes
out and for 40 minutes focuses on fundamentals this game. It doesn't worry about Alabama A&M at all. I don't think they're going to pose much of a threat at all. You predicted them to lose by 20 points in your
Alabama A&M, yes.
Yeah, so
I also predicted IU to beat Army by 20 that one year.
Well, I think that Indiana goes out, make sure they get every damn rebound that's out there. They hustle after the ball. They decide what they want the tempo to be. They control if they're going to push or they're going to slow down. They control whether Alabama A&M does that. If they're not focused and believing that, and that's not what they're being taught right now and being talked about in pregame, shame on the coaches. This game's not about Alabama A&M. This isn't like we're playing Marquette coming up in a couple of weeks where you got to pay attention to their roster. Indiana has to pay no attention to this roster. Indiana's got to pay attention to its own roster.
Is that how Bob Knight did it when they played teams that were not very good?
Yeah, no, we just focused on ourselves. We worried about our roster. If we got Doran healthy, can he come out and can we give him some minutes and get him in and see if we can work him back into the lineup, put another 6'8" player in there? Can we get our guards working and functioning right? Can we upgrade our 3-point shooting so we're not shooting 5 for 20 in the first half, 5 for 25? Let's get better shots, open shots. Let's look for the pass in. Alabama A&M is just somebody out there. Now, if this game gets close, then that's on us. It's not on Alabama A&M. That's just my beliefs in a game like this, which should be a cakewalk game, first game of the season. Focus on yourselves, get your fundamentals down, get your culture set, get ready to go play Marquette. And that doesn't mean look ahead to Marquette. It means get ready to go play Marquette.
Well, there are 7 guys off Grambly's team from last year. That doesn't worry you, Steve.
No,
there's 7.
Because we didn't lose to Grambling last year.
I know, and neither did Alabama A&M lost to Grambling last year.
Yeah, so they need to worry about the 7 players or what? I don't know.
Robert Schwartz says, if Alabama A&M is competitive for more than the first 5 minutes, this team is already in trouble.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what I just tried to say. If we're worried about Alabama A&M and they're in this game 5 minutes into it, we didn't have a good week of practice.
All right. So you think it's best to just ignore who the opponent is and play at all times, right?
Yeah, this week I do. Yes. This game. No, not every game. Every game there's talent out there equal to or better than ours. This is not one of those games.
So there's nobody here that could play at IU?
Well, I can't tell you that till I see IU play in a really competitive basketball game. I mean, Baylor was as close to anything, but Baylor's a no foul out game.
I will tell you this, Steve. Every game worries me as an IU fan because of Mike Woodson and Sean Miller or Archie Miller. And the way we played these games in the past was very concerning.
Well, and therein lies another problem. If that's your culture, then that's a wrong culture to have.
That's why you are correct. They need to come out and blow the doors off this team immediately. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because that is what we need. I mean, if you see it last night, there were a couple teams. Boise State got upset by a D2 school. I think there was one other upset. But for the most part, we can't say that happens because then we got to worry about
No, I said it can't. It's going to happen in the country.
Yeah, it's going to happen, but you got to make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Well, you create a culture where that does not happen.
Well, you guys had it happen to you before with Knight.
I don't think we ever lost to Alabama A&M.
You lost to Texas Pan American.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, that's oh, you know what? Everybody was sick. That was
There's
in
always an
Hawaii.
excuse. Not everybody was sick, Steve.
Oh, well, you should have seen the locker room. It was bad.
You know, I would. That's just a bullshit excuse.
Okay. Yeah, well,
You got beat. You got beat by a team that should never have beaten you.
Okay. Well, if you're going into this season with this attitude, Mike, we're not going to get along.
No, I just don't like the way you
let's
write
be
off
a
the other
little positive.
team. I'm very positive.
You know what the importance of this game is? Building your culture, building your defensive strat, rebounding. And secondly, it's a win we get to that magical number of 20 wins if you want an at-large bid in the tournament.
Get it. Man, beating Alabama State.
It's like Indiana playing their first 3 football games against ISU, whoever else they played, and now they got those 3
just
wins.
upset the number 5 ranked team.
Indiana is what, 9-0 in football right now. 3 of those wins are against Putz teams that probably a good high school team could compete with.
Yes.
All right, so take those 3 wins out.
Therein lies the issue. We've been snake bit with terrible basketball for the last 20 to 25 years. I would say we've been snake bit with bad basketball since like
if you think that's the culture of this program, you're nuts.
That is the culture right now until you change it. You can't change it until you play games.
Let's give it a chance to be changed before you.
No, it's going to be changed. This team's going to win the national championship this year.
It's changed in my heart already. I've looked at Derize. I've looked at his track record. The man's got a great track record. He's a Signetti-like type of coach. And, you know, I'm not saying it's tough to make any comparison to Kurt Signetti, but he's got that mentality of he can win. He's look at Googling. He wins. He wins wherever he goes. He puts good players on the court. He puts good teams on the court. Let's see if he starts that culture right now. And
I think this. I think when you look at Alabama and A&M, they got a couple players that are good. That's it. I mean, and Robert Stewart says we need to blow them out. It should not be. We should win by 20. Actually, I think
it should be by a lot more than 20.
This should be like a 95-60 final.
Yeah, I'm saying 40 or 50 if we're playing good.
Yeah, if we play well, I mean, you should hold them under 60.
Exactly. You should be able to get equal minutes for every player on the team right now.
Yeah, the only way this game ends up close is if they just get hot from 3. But you have to allow them to get hot by not guarding them.
If we totally missed or didn't practice right, or we missed the culture mark right now.
I'll tell you, the culture of this show's been ruined because, I mean, this team should be able to, I mean, this team, I think, can win 25 games.
What do? We got nothing to bitch about.
I know. I mean, the thing is, I try to make stuff up to bitch about, but there's nothing. I mean, maybe there will be after tomorrow night, and we'll come back Thursday to preview Marquette and complain about a 15-point win against Alabama A&M. And then we'll act like that Mike Woodson's still the coach. Which
wouldn't that be a good problem to have for a year where we could just bitch about stupid stuff?
Like what?
Minutia. Well, I didn't like the color of uniforms they wore this week. I don't like those dadgum rainbow uniforms or whatever.
They got rainbow uniforms now?
Didn't he wear rainbow uniforms last year or something like that? One game.
I thought it was for the African American.
Well, that, and I thought they did one. Never mind.
Did they do a rainbow? If they do a rainbow, we're just going to cancel this show. Joseph Michael says, "Damn it, Steve! Shouldn't Joseph Michael be watching NASCAR somewhere?"
NASCAR ended yesterday with Kurt Larson or Kyle Larson winning the NASCAR championship. Congratulations to him.
That's less. I mean, I've seen less about that than I saw about the Las Vegas Aces winning the WNBA championship.
Yeah. Hey, okay. So we talked enough IU basketball?
As long as I don't have to talk about the stupid-ass World Series.
What did you think of it? You don't think it was an epic World Series?
Yeah, it was epic. I think the guy was safe at home, too. And I think your team lost.
You know what? That was I wouldn't want to review that, but tie goes to the runner.
There is no rule in baseball that says the tie goes to the runner.
Okay, but it's an unassumed rule. Secondly,
no, it's not. There's no rule that says the tie goes to the runner.
As in any review situation, there has to be a preponderance of evidence to overturn the call.
Yeah, I would say when he picked his foot up and the guy's foot was on the face.
There's dust flying everywhere. We don't know. Mike, did you see the
There was
parade?
not dust flying everywhere,
Did you
Steve.
see the parade yesterday they had in L.A.?
No, I didn't. I figured it was probably just a bunch of people raiding stores.
Wow.
It
Okay.
was, wasn't it?
No. It was actually a very nice thing. 250,000 people. They filled Dodger Stadium. 56,000, largest stadium in baseball. Why do you guys build a new stadium and only put like 40,000 seats up?
Here we go. Okay, rowdy fans, street takeovers prompt dispersal orders after Dodgers win World Series.
Well, that was the night of. They were just they do the donuts in the street. That's a big thing out here.
LA police officers hit with fireworks bottles amid celebration.
Oh, there were more fireworks the night they won than there were. You have to remember, we win the game at 8:00. You guys are you're all in bed. It's 11:00 your time. It's 8:00 here, so there's a lot of early time to kill Saturday night.
Yeah, so let's go out and throw some fireworks at cops.
No, they do that all the time. This is Los Angeles, man.
Maybe you should move.
I wish I would come back to Indiana heartbeat if it was my call, but it's not my call.
How is it not your call? You're a grown-ass man, Steve.
I've been married for 41 years. It's not my call.
That means you did not set the culture of your marriage from the
start. No, I somehow
you let Alabama A&M beat your ass.
Somehow the culture got changed after I do.
The culture usually does. You got to set the culture right from the start, Steve.
All right. Let's go. This is not a marriage counseling show. We'll save that.
I'm trying to help it. Michael said it was a good series. I think it was a great series. I think the sad thing was it took $1.2 billion of pitchers to win Game 7.
Yeah, I know.
And don't you think with that play at the end, I thought it was kind of obvious the foot was off there. But how does the World Series end then? They just say, oh, he was safe. And then everybody celebrates, and that's the ending to your World Series. I think that's the main reason it wasn't switched.
That wasn't the last play of the game.
It would have been, wouldn't it?
I don't think it was. No, the double play was the last play of the game.
Mookie because they called the other guy out, so the double play ended up being
all I know is they had bases loaded with.
It would have been a walk-off win, and it would have been the referee or the umpire saying the call has been overturned.
Mike, if is the middle word in life, baby.
No, it's not.
What's your takeaway for tonight? What are you looking for? Let's wrap this up.
Tonight, I'm not looking for anything because the game's tomorrow night. But Charles James says 7-footer or not does not matter. Neither TJD or Race Thompson were 7-footers, but they consistently dominated the boards. I can tell you
neither were Landon or Ray. Neither was Benson.
Hey, I can tell you this. It doesn't matter. The way the game's played now,
Gerald Thomas,
having 5 guys on the court that can nail it from 3 is going to do you more good than having 2 goofy dudes underneath the basket. Zach Edey was probably the best center in college basketball the last quarter of a century, correct?
Did he make an NBA team?
He has no rings. Yes, he's playing really well, actually.
Who's he playing for?
I think Memphis. Nobody watches the NBA. It's fixed.
Well, you bet on the NBA?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Well, I do during the playoffs, but it's still fixed. You just got to know how it's fixed, and then you make all kind of money.
My takeaways now are going to be blocking out. I'm going to be really watching for blocking out rebounding. I'm going to be watching for filling lanes, for controlled fast breaks, pushing the ball. I'm going to be looking for passing the ball around, sharing the ball early. Not one guy thinking, okay, it's my turn to put. I don't want to see DeVries putting up 30 points a game.
He's going to.
I don't want to see that.
You don't? Because he'll do it on like 15 shots.
I want to see 5 guys scoring 14 to 15 points.
It's a good thing you didn't coach Indiana State in 1979, Steve.
Yeah, well, that was a unique situation and well-deserved situation. I mean,
that's DeVries.
Yeah. We'll see. I think his team has more talent than the 79 Indiana State team. But they had a lot of talent.
There's no way they do because Larry Bird was on the team.
Well, they had Miley. They had Carl Nix. They had some players.
Alex Gilbert could jump out of the building.
Alex Gilbert. They had some talent on that team besides
Bobby Heaton from half court against New Mexico State to tie the game.
Mm-hmm. No, and they had a good coach.
Did they?
Well, he knew how to let him play alone. He knew to leave Larry alone.
He knew how to let Larry Bird run stuff.
Larry made anybody a good coach.
Yeah, Casey Jones looked like a stud coach with him. The
Yeah.
bad thing is this: he gets fired. The best coach he ever had got fired, and that was Bill Fitch,
Yep.
because
Yep.
Bill Fitch was too demanding on the other players.
So, what are your takeaways for tonight?
Well, my takeaways for tonight is, if you're trying to watch the game, it'll be on tomorrow night on the Big Ten
Tomorrow night.
Network at 8:00. Come on, get your head out of your ass, Steve. That's the third time you've said that.
I know.
Did that make you remember?
Life
Coach
moves
Knight?
fast in LA, baby.
Shit, yeah, because you're getting fireworks shot at you. There's homeless people all over the place. Gavin Newsom is in charge,
That's a problem.
but yet you live there.
Not by my choice.
I think what we should do, just let me know if anybody out there wants to do this. We could start a GoFundMe to move Steve back here.
Please do. I would be great. I'm too egotistical to ask for that, but I would love that.
Yeah, I think we'll start a GoFundMe. Robert Stewart, Robert Schwartz, Michael, you guys get on that.
I found a house in Chatham Hills for $1.5 million that I would love to move into.
No, we're going to get you a trailer parking for Sales, Indiana.
I'll take it.
There you go.
No
and
problem.
It'll be one of those big ones. It'll be like 800 square feet, too.
I got a nice Ram pickup truck I'll bring back.
Well,
right into Indiana.
Yeah, and like I said, you and Versailles at a trailer park would be epic, Steve.
Yeah, I think nobody's listening to us anymore.
It would be like Cousin Randy. The thing
is, the two big.
Once again, our listeners go up the dumber shit we talk about.
The most amazing thing out here in California, there's two types of vehicles. There's Priuses, and then there's pickup trucks. You either drive a pickup truck or a Prius.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a Prius. Can't you drive them all the way across country without having to fill your tank up?
You just got to stop every 30 minutes and charge the damn thing.
Well, I wasn't talking about an electrical one.
That's all there is.
Huh. You really need to move, Steve.
Our Priuses, they're all electric.
All right, we got a comment. Michael, we got number 7 back in the lineup for tomorrow night. What's the line for the game tomorrow? 15.5 or more? We could start a GoFundMe an RV for Steve Fund.
I would love to have
I want the RV. That's what my wife wants. Screw him.
I would kill to have an RV, just live in it.
That's what my wife wants to do, and I'm down with it. I'm down with it now. We can still do the show. We get that old Elon Musk Starlink thing.
Starlink and everything. You take it. I mean, I'd be going to every IU football game. You get up in the morning, getting my grill out, slapping some bacon and some eggs on it. And
Steve, you always say that, but you know you wouldn't.
Oh, I'd do that. Are you kidding? I told my wife, I want a big, nice RV, and let's just go to every national park.
But she won't let you.
Let's take it to Alaska.
She won't let you, Steve.
No, she will.
You're whipped, Steve. Just admit it.
No, I'm not in that way. Y'all go fund me an RV, a nice one. I'm coming home, and I'm going.
She's not going to let you.
In December, I'll be in Augusta in April.
As of right now, Michael, there is no point spread yet.
You wrote an article, a gambling article. What's your line?
There was no line, so I just gave a final score. Brian Wetters says, I get a kick out of Nolan Richardson's Hall of Fame speech about driving on the road or listening to Indiana State, New Mexico State. Robert Schwartz says, Steve, you can move to Brown County. The only thing is, here you need at least one non-running vehicle in the driveway or yard. Don't you have to put it on blocks also, Robert? Michael says,
no, wait, let me address that. Brown County. The best date I ever went on my life was to the Brown County Playhouse with a girl I met. First date I took her. We went and saw same time next year.
Is this Tia we're talking about?
No, this is pre-Tia.
Okay, make sure she doesn't watch the show. Go ahead.
That's all right. She knows about it. We went to the Brown County Playhouse, had a wonderful time, walked Brown County down there in Nashville. What a wonderful place Brown County is. If you ever get a chance to go down there, go to Nashville and the sorghum down there that they sell, the cotton candy, the taffy, the uniqueness of that little town is Brown County State Park. Great place to RV. Anybody living in Brown County, you have hit the mother lode.
All right, Balin Gardner says Sauce Gardner traded to the Colts, Steve.
Yeah, good. Colts
Steve, you didn't even know that, did you?
Colts are doing fine. How about those Bengals?
Steve, do you know who Sauce Gardner is?
No. But I figure right now the management of the Colts, if they got him, he's somebody good. Colts are moving up.
Okay, Steve. Sauce Gardner may be the best cornerback in football.
All right, good. Great. We need that.
And he's from the University of Cincinnati.
We need that.
Okay.
It's hard to get Colts information out here in Los Angeles. I got to hear about Jim Harbaugh crying again and calling Herbert the best quarterback that ever lived. Bullshit. Colts beat the fucking Chargers. Are you kidding me? Should have beat the Rams if our wide receiver wasn't playing fumble on halfway down the field.
Brian Wetter says, I listened to Coach Knight once in Nashville. Could have been Brown County Playhouse.
That's Brown County. No. There was a banquet hall in Brown County that Knight used to always go speak at.
Charles James says he totally agrees with Risley, but I will say IU played its best ball when Baylor played them full court. All right, Steve.
Yeah.
What do you think about Thursday? We come back at 1:00 to recap Indiana's 178-45 win over Alabama A&M, and we'll preview Sunday's epic showdown against the Marquette. What are Golden Eagles? They're really the Marquette Warriors, but that was destroyed as everything else.
Yeah, that's the game we're all excited about to see how they do. They go on the road. They go to Indianapolis. Not really on the road.
Not going on the road, Steve.
Not going on the road.
They're going to jump in a bus, drive down, and play, probably.
That's one of my things I don't like about this age of college basketball and football, too, is that teams, in my opinion, the big powerhouse teams play too many home games. I think the uniqueness of, I know we went on the road early in the season when I played, and I thought, I looked at that and said, I played in some really cool gyms, let alone, and some cool places you get to go to that you keep playing at home. You may play the team, but you don't see the atmosphere and the other college campuses. And like Indiana's coming out here to UCLA and USC.
Yeah, hell, just think of it like this. If Indiana took a game like Alabama A&M and went to Alabama A&M, you would get a crazed crowd there.
Oh, no, I looked at it, and the attendance for the first game was 862.
I guarantee you it'll be more than 862 against
it
Indiana.
Would be, yeah, no.
And Alabama A&M was playing an NAIA team, so.
Yeah, 862. Yeah,
Robert says, if you haven't been here in a while, Nashville has changed. Still a lot of little shops, but the crafters have been replaced with a lot of cheap crap. So it's probably like going to Gatlinburg downtown.
Yeah. Oh, there was a John Dillinger museum down there that was really cool. I don't know is that still there? The John Dillinger Museum?
I don't know, Steve.
See, we'll get an answer.
Robert
I don't
will
know.
have the answer.
Yeah, they had a really neat little shop, John Dillinger's. I don't know. They didn't have any real memorabilia of him, I don't think, but they had a few things.
Looks like it is closed. It was closed in 2017.
Oh, bummer.
Maybe. Hold on. I'm still looking. That might be a different one. Yeah, it says permanently closed.
That's cool. That's too bad.
It was in Crown Point, Indiana.
That's where it belongs. That's where Dillinger was from.
Well, yeah, but it's
I think he was from Indianapolis, but Charlie Manson was from Indianapolis too.
Well, and Jim Jones also, wasn't he?
Yeah, Jim Jones.
We'll stop right there, okay?
What a wonderful place.
Adolf Hitler was born in Maryville, I think.
Maybe one of these days just say, wasn't that Risley from Indianapolis?
They don't go, who?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well. Anything else we want to ramble about?
I got nothing. We'll be back Thursday. That's just 48 hours.
Go IU.
I'll say IU 106. Alabama A&M 55.
I think Indiana's not quite to 106 yet, but I think they'll hold the opponents to 55. I'll take that. I'll give Indiana 85, 87 points.
I would honestly say something 96-60.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana's ready to score 100 points in the game yet.
They can shoot a lot of threes, Steve.
Yeah, that's the only way they'll do it is if they hit a lot of threes. But I think they still have some work to do. We will see how far they progress. Baylor is a good yardstick, a good litmus test. It was a good game against Baylor. They had to fight.
There's worse teams than Alabama and A&M also. So
no, there are. But in Alabama A&M, probably will throw some athleticism at them for a few minutes.
Brian Wetters has got it a lot closer at 82-69. Michael Houghton, this is the last comment. No, we're signing off. Becky and I have camped at Brown County State Park. And we have shopped all over Nashville, and now Hard Truth Distillery is a hotspot for food and live music, Steve.
There you go. I
All
quit drinking,
right.
though. I don't drink anymore. So,
And Michael says 9362 Indiana. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We'll be back Thursday at 1 o'clock. Make sure you follow us on X at Grueling Truth. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get all the Grueling Truth content. But for now, for Steve Risley, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.